Today we are going to separate plant pigments through paper chromatography.
The material requires fresh spinach leaves, pastel mortar, chromatography paper strips, scissors, pencil, scale, chromatography jar with lid, acetone as solvent, petroleum ether, petri dish, dropper, 10 ml machine cylinder, capillary tube for loading. First of all, take fresh spinach leaves, wash them properly and take only the leaf part. 7 to 8 leaf part we will take. So chop these leaves. Now we will prepare the solvent to grind this spinach leaves. This will be the mixture of acetone and ether. Here we have to just keep in mind the ratio. It should be 9:1. Suppose we are making the 5 ml of the solvent, then we have to take 4.5 ml of acetone and 0.5 ml of ether. So take one spatula of clean sand to make the smooth grinding of the spinach leaves. So we are getting the spinach leaf extract. The pigments are not dissolved in the solvent, organic solvent. So we will leave it as such in cover condition at least for 2 minutes. Meanwhile, we will make the strips for the chromatography. This is the chromatography strip. Now the length we will decide based on the fact whether we are taking the chromatography jar or the larger test tube. So this is the length we have taken. Now we will prepare the proper strip from that. First of all, we will draw a line which is 2 centimeter away from the end. So draw here, it may be 2 or 2.5. Now take the center point of it where we have to load our sample. I will cut the tip as the triangular, as you can see over here. So this is our chromatography strip on which we are going to load the sample. You can see the pointed tip there. Now the third step is loading of the sample, the spinach extract. Now with the help of capillary, we will take the extract and just keep it on the point on the chromatography paper. We will dry this. So we will repeat this process at least for 7 to 8 times so that we can get the concentrated spot on this chromatography paper. Now the strip is ready, which is loaded with the pigments. Now we have to put it into this chromatography jar. Before that, we have to add this in the running solution, which consists of acetone and ether. But here the ratio is reverse. Ether is here your 9 and acetone is 1. So 9:1. So you can see now the strip is hanged over here in such a way that only the tip should be dipped in the running solution. Now cover it with the lid and leave it as such for some time. So here we can see the solvent is moving up to the strip. So this is here up to here the solvent has traveled, and here the running solvent is the moving media, moving phase, and this strip is the stationary phase. So the pigments, they are traveling as per their solubility in the organic solvent or the running solvent. So we can see some greenish area which is becoming visible over here, which has separated from this spot. Suppose we are not having this chromatography jar, so we can also perform this by putting it into this large tube. So you can see over here this way. So this is another setup we are performing here. So now the running solvent has traveled 3/4 distance. Now we will just take out this So we can clearly see this is the distance after which the solvent has done. This is your carotene pigment, which is yellowish, and this is xanthophyll, this area, and this dark green is chlorophyll A, and this is the chlorophyll B. Now we can easily find out the RF value, that is equals to distance travelled by the particular compound divided by the distance travelled by the solvent. So now we can measure the distance travelled by the solvent. So distance travelled by carotene pigment
7.3.
7.3. Xanthophyll travel 6.5. Okay, now measure.
Centimeter.
Yes, centimeter. Chlorophyll A. This distance will measure from the
5.6.
original line. At the base we have drawn this line where we have loaded the sample. From here the distance is
5.6.
measured. A is your 5.6 centimeter. So distance travelled by pigment B is 4.5 centimeter. So this is how all the pigments, that is carotene, xanthophyll, chlorophyll A and B, are separated by using the paper chromatography. By putting these values, we can easily find out the RF value for each pigment.